This final episode of Live Arena was brought to you by Keep It Classic. Not sure who to pick when you're in Live Arena? You keep it classic. Let's do a fight right now, and I'll show you what I mean. So for me, the classic choices are Lady Mikage, Armanz, and Sun Wukong. And just about every fight, you're going to see them as the top three that are picked. So happy New Year, everybody. Anybody have any exciting New Year plans? I do. I mean, they're not exciting. I'm just going to have a nice night in with my girlfriend. But for me, that's exactly how I want to spend it. You spend New Year's with the people that you want to spend it with. So this is actually pretty classic. I'm going to go for Lady Mikage and Armanz. So I can go for my classic arena team, which is Lady Mikage, Armanz. I'm going to go for my speed lead, which is not Arby, because everybody has Arby. So I figured Eastrid would be a better bet for me. So I'll take Eastrid to try to go first. I'm probably going to have to block Odin. So I'll take Phenax, so I can do the ally attack. And you know what? I meant to use Gizmark in this final episode, and I still haven't actually built him. So after this fight, I'm going to go out and I'm going to build him. Maybe I'll go over just a couple of the highlights of my account. This is really my last Live Arena episode ever. I've made a New Year's resolution to not play at all next year. It's possible that I will be back in 2026. It is also possible that I will miss the game so much that I come back. That's entirely possible. But that isn't the plan. The plan is to spend more time on the projects that I need to devote time to and not be distracted by this game, because it does take up a lot of time. And speaking of taking up a lot of time, I feel like this guy's just away from keyboard. This is another thing that happens in this mode. It is less than ideal. I feel like there should be a little button. Like if you're not going to be by the keyboard, just press the auto and we'll see what happens. So we've got Odin and we have Taras. Taras scares me. He's also got 6 stars. I think maybe I'm more afraid of Taras than Odin. So I'm going to block the Taras. I think that's the way forward. And more evidence of being away from keyboard. Usually it's the first champion that gets blocked, right? I can function without Lady Mikage. So I'll just take the Speed Aura. And I'm going to go rushing in as soon as I can. So let's see. I want to use Gizmark, right? So I got to book him. I have to ascend him. I don't think I have a soul for him. I'm pretty sure I don't, which is unfortunate because I've got some 6-star mythical souls without champions to go with them. This is one of the many things that really gets my goat when it comes to this game. I'm gonna go for the stun and sheep. All right, I've pretty much got this fight. Then we can take out Odin before he becomes a problem. And I mean, if this guy were there, he'd be resigning at this point. I think the reason that these champions were chosen on auto were probably they're his highest point rating champions. The highest scoring stat seems to be resistance, right? So whoever has your highest res, that tends to be who gets picked first in the arena, which is, it's interesting the way they rank them that way. Maybe this guy's goal is just to waste people's time until they get fed up and leave, and he'll just get some wins that way, because it does have 3 revivers on it. That can be incredibly obnoxious to deal with. But I got Fenax, and I got Mortu Macabre. Not that Mortu Macabre is going to be able to proc his peril. That's something that pretty much can't happen, because nobody's ever going to hit him. But down she goes. I love the way Fenax carves straight through the sheep. So there's my first win. I'm going to collect... This is seriously the final time I'm going to play this game. I mean, I'm shutting this down probably right after this video. I think I might actually make one more, because here, I noticed this morning, just before I hit record. I noticed that there's an event running, and I could chase after champions to get the souls for Noel and Sir Nicholas. And I do have them. They're just kind of passively leveling up in the sparring pit. So's Jizmark, come to think of it. I actually haven't fully leveled him. But here, I want to go over this quickly. These are the greatest champions that I've created in the last 4 years of free-to-play. I've got Lady Mikage. She's at +2. She's got 375 speed and enough accuracy to do what she needs to do. She's got increased accuracy, so this 576 becomes damn near 900. I've got Volcano's Fumor, and I really like using my old demon team. He's got 877 resist, he's got 6,000 defense, and he's got enough crit damage that when he ramps up his damage, I mean, it's all about his A1, right? And this ramps up damage each time he uses it. Plus, he starts to ignore all defense. So it is eventually, and not even eventually, very quickly in the fight, he starts absolutely murdering things with his A1. I think my main man here is Fenax. This is my main nuker. I am very proud of this. 7,300 attack, 318 crit damage. I think the king actually has higher. Come to think of it, Seer might have higher too. No, she doesn't. She does her job though in the standard play. So Narcisse here, he's got 338 crit damage with close to 100k HP. I wish there was a way to crank it up just a little bit higher. I also kind of wanted to get him in Stone Skin so that he's a little safer at the start of the round. And of course, last but not least, we got Duchess Lilitu. She's got tons of HP, 310 speed, close to 600 resistance. I run her everywhere. This is maybe my favorite support champion here. Oh, and one other fun thing. This is something I noticed recently. I don't know who else has noticed this, and feel free to chime in with what you think is going on under the hood. But if I look up something that isn't there, like I put in classic, and no, it doesn't work. Let me reset that. All right, so when you come in from standing start and you look for a champion that doesn't exist, you get somebody. For me, it's War Maiden. It seems to be like everybody has a hidden figure. For me, it's War Maiden coming down the catwalk, shaking her sexy tush like the song goes. So War Maiden's my hidden figure. Who's your hidden figure, folks? Let me know in the comments, which I hopefully will find the time to read before the end of the year. But if I don't, I'll probably check back on the account at some point. Anyway, we got to go to the tavern, and we got to look for Jizmark. He's here. Oh, and you know what? I also meant to use Talia, just to pair her with her boyfriend Fenax, right? But let's ascend. I'll see if I find a fight where I can put in Talia. So we do the ascensions. We're going to upgrade the skills. I think I could just completely max out everything on him. Good thing is he doesn't really need a lot of books. I seem to have more books than champions when it comes to mythicals. Don't want to forget his alternate mode. Wow, only 10 books. It's not bad. And I know I don't have a soul for him. No, I really don't. Oh, apparently I do have a better soul for Talia, though. Alright, I will try to find an opportunity to use Talia and Phenax together. I'm not even sure what that team would look like. And of course, I said I wanted to keep it classic, right? We'll see what kinds of opportunities arise. So he's going with Armands offline. I hope that's just a name. So I'll go for Lady Mikage, and I will take Sun Wukong. Here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be the opportunity to use Talia. I'm going to take Talia and Phenax. So Talia is probably right. Oh, she's in the sparring pit, so we'll have to remove her. Can remove him while we're at it too, so I don't get confused as to where he is. So I'm going to bring Talia. I'm going to bring Phenax. I'm absolutely not keeping it classic with this. But I've wanted to pair Phenax with his proper girlfriend for basically a long time. Ever since I decided Phenax was my favorite, he does have synergy with her. And I will go for my my classic final guy here. We do have to deal with Harima though, and or Rhodos. I guess I'll ban Harima. So I'm losing more to Magab. That's interesting. So I'll lead with Sun Wukong so I get the speed. I'm probably getting outsped here. This is probably going to be a disaster. Because I don't think anybody's going to really be able to resist Armands, and he's probably going to go first. Not going to miss this game of loading screens, that's for sure. So she buffs, presumably. Armands is probably going to sheep someone. Rhodos is probably going to start murdering everybody. Yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm going to reset. I should have expected that. So we got Big Joe. Okay, Big Joe. I'm gonna try using Gizmark. I've built him. I want. Oh, you know what? He's gonna need gear. I haven't geared him. I can't believe the lack of preparation I brought to this episode. I apologize for that. So I mean, Gizmark, I do need to use him. He will be used somewhere at some point. I'm gonna start with Lady Mikage and Padraig. I'm gonna try once more to get Phenax and his girlfriend in. So we use Phenax, Talia, and who else do I want to bring? I think I'll even bring... Maybe I'll bring Sun Wukong. Just as somebody extra to bring. So Sun Wukong has the chance to stun on his A1. And that means if Fenax hits after him in the ally attack, I have somebody to give him a second hit on his A1, because if Fenax gets 2 hits on his A1, that's twice the damage, right? And that's what you really want kicking in, so that you can take somebody out and have them not get revived by the likes of Cardinal. So I'm going to bring Talia one more time. And I think I probably want to get rid of... I either want to get rid of Leo or I want to get rid of Galathier. I mean, they're both incredibly dangerous. I guess I'll get rid of Galathier. And he's getting rid of Sun Wukong, so now I don't have my block buffs champion to kill Leorius. So that's great. I'll lead with, let's see, that's a dungeon aura, so I guess it's going to be the accuracy. So Big Joe has let me keep the couple together. And I even get to go first, so that's fun. How am I going to handle it? Maybe I'll go for him first. Nice. He's completely revive blocked. Then I'll go after Leorius. He's going to stay alive, but it was important that I activate this so that I could then remove it, except the only champion that would have been able to remove it is now dead. So I think I'm in deep trouble. I think I'm just going to lose to this Leorius now. So I could do a cleanse, I could do an increased speed. I could place bombs if I want, or I could place a weaken. That did not place very many bombs. Not that it matters. I could try to lock out Leorius. It was a long shot, but it was possible. It'd be nice if Talia had just a little something extra to remove that unkillable or something. Alas, she does not. Anyway, it is nice seeing the couple finally get to play together. You know, the couple that plays together stays together, and evidently also died together. Maybe I want to try my demons this time. I'll open with Duchess. So the plan is Duchess, Mortu Macabre, Helicath. Go Mortu Macabre, Helicath like that. Obviously Volcanoes. And then I'm either going to want extra resist, which I'll take from Wither, or I'll go for another nuker with Candy. Candy's a lot more fun, so I'm leaning towards Candy. I could also go for Kymar. Not seeing him. Oh, there he is. Kymar can strip buffs. He can reset abilities. And now I have to choose. I'm not seeing a lot of revive here. So I think... I don't know, I want to make sure I go before the Nutcracker, because he can just rip straight through my stone skin, which is a big part of how I plan to work this, so... I guess I'll go with Kymar. Right? Does that seem right? Or do I want to go with Candy? I'm going to go with Candy, fun. That's my final answer, Regis. So I have to watch out for the increase accuracy that comes off him, because if he increases the accuracy, I am probably not going to be able to resist anything that comes from Odin. So I could get rid of the Odin. I'm gonna get rid of the Nutcracker. I think that's how we have to do it. So I'm losing my Duchess, so there's no revive chances anyway. I think this is going to be over very quickly one way or the other. There's always that chance that he buffs himself to death as well. So the stone skin has holded. I have a master's degree in English, I swear. Haha, it held. Excellent. So Odin is going to be my first target, because we got to get rid of that block damage. Without Odin, I think his position is going to fall apart. But I have to use the A1 here. Who do I want to hit? Let's make it Arby. Since I'm not really worried about Warlord anymore. I mean, Warlord's whole thing is that he shuts down your cooldown moves, but I'm not going to be using those in this fight. At this point, I'm just going to be using the A1 from Volcanoes and the Peril, which I get from him hitting me. So, good game, MK8088. That was pretty fun. I'm going to do one more fight, and then I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to gear Jizmork. And yes, I know I'm mispronouncing his name. At this point, it's kind of a force of habit, and it amuses me. So, let's keep it classic. I'm going to open with Lady Mikage. I'm going to take Armands if I can. If not, that's okay. This is part of the plan after all. I'll take Sun Wukong instead. And I'll take my speed lead. I also could take Padraig instead. This is pretty close to classic. I do like what they can both do. I think probably Sun Wukong is technically better, because he can nuke, he can remove buffs from the enemy team, he can sheep, he can do, I mean, basically he can do everything that Armands can do, minus the turn meter manipulation, but plus the nuking. So I'd say it's about even between the two of them. So to keep it classic, I'm going to be taking Fenax, I'm going to be taking Mortu Macabre. Mortu Fenax, go. I'm going to eliminate Harima. Obviously. And it's really going to come down to, is he more accurate than I am resistant with Kymar? But Kymar is always kind of a good sign if you plan on using Mortu Macabre, because now he's not going to be able to avoid my Mortu. I will take the speed lead. So he gets to go first. What's the damage? I get to keep my stone skin on Mortu. This is good news. We're going to have to take out Taras as quickly as possible. Is it my turn? The circle's on. Okay, I see. I see what's going on. He is just thinking. I don't know why there's a circle on me then. Oof. I'm taking a lot of damage. Come on, more two. Come on, Morty. You got one job, Morty. All right, I got it. It's really going to come down to this. Do I have enough damage or not? Oh, I don't. I do not. I mean, it is maybe possible that Sun Wukong can do it. No, not now. No. Well, good game, CBEP. And I'm trying to remember if I have any tokens left over from yesterday. It does not look like I do. I still have gear that I haven't claimed. I can probably do that now. This is another bad habit, but I figure if I'm just going to leave my account here for a year, this stuff is going to disappear, right? So I might as well take it. It looks like I did manage to clear some stuff out. After all, I wanted to re-gear everyone. I didn't even get to use Skeletor. See, Skeletor is another really interesting addition to this game. Skeletor, He-Man has me wondering what piece of nostalgia do you guys think they're going to go for next? If I were to guess, I'm going to go ahead and guess G.I. Joe. They seem to be targeting the Gen X nostalgia, maybe a bit millennial too. So I realize there's kind of an overlap between the millennials and the Gen Xers, the Zennials, if you will. So let's get to Gismark, and let's build him in a classic way. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible about this. So I think I'm even willing to look at whatever's equipped. Actually, let's see if I could just give him stuff that's not equipped on anybody. I'll start with that. So primary, we want crit damage just for the sheer damage that you could do. Substats, I probably want crit rate and speed. I can prioritize by those two stats as well. And finally, I can just hide the set filters. So what looks good here? We got stone skin. I'm probably going to want that anyway. So why don't we try on some stone skin? The alternate option is pinpoint, which can be handy, especially if you're worried about getting sheeped. I might even want both. So anyway, I'm gonna take the time to do this right. If you guys want, you could just skip ahead to the rest of the fights, or you can watch me make my decisions. That's up to you. So I'll try that one on for now. So let's try, and you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Primary speed. What do I have? I've got stone skin. Perfect. I'll take it. I guess I want, I'll just equip that for now. I now have to remind myself, he is attack-based, at least in this form. In this alternate form, HP and defense. Oh, that's really interesting. So I might even want to give him an HP chest or a defense chest. I guess I want to go with HP. That's probably going to be the most useful. So fitting room, I will go with primary. HP percent, substats, crit rate and speed if possible. Prioritized by crit rate and speed. And I'm not seeing any stone skin, but I am seeing cruel. Unfortunately, they're not chest pieces, which I can isolate for. There's lethal. Lethal is actually a really good set to try to build off of, now that I think of it. So we'll try on lethal. I could even probably just take away these requirements and just say, okay, here's what I want. I'm going to look at lethal pieces from the top 3. This is the best weapon. This is the best helmet. And this is the best shield that are available. I don't love the 74% crit rate. I'd love a little bit more if possible. Oh, you know what? I think I've also not done his masteries. I'll go ahead and do those right after this. I might even say, okay, instead of speed being high, it'll be medium, so I make sure I'm taking the absolute best crit rate possible. So we can take that weapon instead. This shield is a little better. I lose some crit damage, though. I might be able to live with that. So 92% crit rate. I mean, that's pretty close to what I want. You know what? I'm even going to say that's fine, because I can add 5 to that just with the masteries. So I'm going to go straight to here, and I need stone skin pieces. So we'll try on this one. Do I have crit damage? No, I don't. I got resistance, 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 a lot of resistance. This has a little extra speed on it. You know what? I really like this piece. I'm going to take it. It has the extra defense on it. I can even roll up some more speed on it. 5, that's always good to see. I can add up some more defense percent on it. I can even put some flat defense on it. I don't know if this resistance is really going to hold up in arena, but what this means now is I can go with primary crit damage. And oh my god, this works out perfectly, because I can even get crit rate off this. So this is perfect. And it's even got some more resist on it, which I love. So we enchant the resistance. I do not remember if this guy needs accuracy, but I don't care. Let's add it anyway. How much? We could go all the way to 10, eh? Yeah, that's a little better. I'll even take some HP. We will try this on. 97% crit rate, 196 speed. I haven't even had to take any gear away from anybody else. I'm actually very pleased with this. More speed could theoretically roll out of some of this stuff. I'm just going to roll everything up as much as I can. Don't want to be outclassed. Could even try ascending some stuff. I wonder. Have some more of that. Have some more of that. It could be worth trying to ascend the gloves. Attack percent. Meh. What about here? Defense percent. I mean, some of his stuff does scale off defense. This already has speed on it. I like that. It's too bad that it's only a 5-star. It's a shame you can't... Oh, wow. I am completely out of resources there, and I am never going to farm that stuff. So never mind about this stuff. I just got to do the masteries. So we're going to take the crit rate. That should put him over 100. I'm just going to double check. So 102. Perfect. We can get this to 194 by taking the crit damage. I probably want to hammer through shields. Do I want Ruthless Ambush or do I want Life Drinker? I guess it depends on whether I have fights that last more than a couple of rounds. In fact, I could even take these two. I could take Life Drinker plus Ruthless Ambush. Bring it down. Sure. And Methodical. Or do I want to go with Kill Streak? I'll go with Kill Streak and Helm Smasher. I think I might want Cycle of Violence just to cycle through my moves. And now I need a bit of a reminder here. And I do apologize that I don't know this champion better. I'd like to have found more time to learn him. Does he have counterattack on himself? And I think maybe he doesn't. So it might make sense to go with the counterattack strategy. He could put out decreased speed, increase crit rate, increase crit damage. Trying to rapidly decide which tree I'm going with. But putting up the taunt for an extra turn, I actually forget if that can get extended by this one. Oh, it can't. So there's the answer. So I think I'll just take this one. And I want counterattack. Improved parry might be a good idea. Or we could go this way. Resurgent. Okay, I'm going to go the Resurgent route so I can shake off debuffs, potentially. Delayed Death or Solidarity. You know what? I'm going to go for Delayed Death because I want to make sure I get Retribution. And I could either go for Deterrence or Cycle of Revenge. Let's go Cycle of Revenge. Let's go Cycle of Violence. He's done. He's got his masteries. He's got his stats set up. He's got 210 speed. He's got full crit rate. He's got close to 200% crit damage. His resistance is probably not going to hold up in arena, but it's at least there. It'll hold up against any not accurate champions that I'm dealing with. Let's take this bad boy for a spin. Oh, and I didn't even claim these. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've got extra. All the tokens are going to expire anyway. Might as well use them. So I guess I'm going for at least 15 fights. So let's see. Where's the timestamp on this? About 38 minutes in. This is where we get back to it, just for future me. I'm going to start with Lady Mikage. Swiss Army girl. She does it all. She does a little bit of everything. And of course they're going for the classics, so that makes perfect sense. So I do want to take Gismark, but who else do I want to make sure I have? A speed lead. I want to make sure I have a speed lead. And then I will take Gismark. So we got Brutal Master. We'll see about that. We'll see who's the master. We got Gavin Masters versus Brutal Master. I do want to take enough nukers, so we will bring Fenax. In fact, I'm going to make him last on the list. So I still have my two favorite nukers. I just also have a third now. We can't let him go first and use increased accuracy, or his Armands is just going to completely destroy everybody. So I'm going to have to eliminate either Marius or Armands. They're both dangerous. I'm going to eliminate Marius, and then hopefully I can go first. All right, here we go. This is going to be my first fight with Gismark. You're gonna have to forgive me if I don't know how to use him best, and if I'm making a stupid mistake with Gismark and you have him too, and you know how to use him properly, feel free to say so in the comments. It probably isn't going to impact my play at all since I'm leaving soon, but I may be back someday, and it would be good to know how to use him properly. I'm going to get hit very hard. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to try to gang up on her and take her out. Oh, we didn't even manage to get her. But I do have Gismark. So what am I doing? So I can place some buffs, and this gives me an extra turn, right? Attack all enemies, increase the duration of HP burn, decrease speed, or I could transform into a tougher version of Gismark, and I guess I could do this. This way, at least I don't die, unless Armands takes away all of my buffs. Stunning everybody's also not ideal. Anyway, at least I don't have to worry about increase accuracy. I got rid of the one champion that can do that. Well, down goes Gismark, but I think he actually did his job. I think we might actually be in really good standing here. Weak hits. You hate to see those weak hits. Oh, he got killed by the counter. I am sorry, Brutal Master. That was a good fight. There's a lot of RNG in there. I guess that's the nature of the game. So anybody else out there thinking about quitting? I gotta say, the last couple of days, I have been playing very little of Raid Shadow Legends, and I haven't really missed it. Because it is very stressful having it going on in the background and constantly, clicking here, clicking there, clicking everywhere, just to make sure you're staying on top of all of the things. It's a game designed to take advantage of OCD brains like mine. So who am I starting with today? Or do I want to start with, well, you know what? I'm running out of time. So I will start with, I kind of want to start with Armands. Just because so frequently people start with Armands. But you know what? I'm going to go with Lady Mikage first anyway. Because she's got a 6-star polymorph. Theoretically, everyone has her. Whereas not necessarily everyone has Armands. But it seems like everyone does. So I'll take Armands. I will take... See, am I worried about getting outsped here? Maybe. It also leaves me wondering, okay, so who gets replaced in my usual lineup? Maybe I want to take him then. I'll take Sun Wukong. And I will take Gismark. This way I make sure I have enough nukers. I've still got room for Mortu Macabre, who I do want, especially looking at these two, because he puts up the block damage on everybody every 10 turns or so. Incredibly obnoxious, irritating to deal with. I think Mortu Macabre is one of the few champions that really beats this guy consistently. So I'm going to take him, Verziker, and I don't know if I'm going to need a speed lead, because it doesn't really look like he's trying to be fast. So maybe I could go for Phenax after all. I could also go for Armands after all. There's probably room. You know what? I do want to go for Armands. I think having block revivers is more important if you're up against Sun Wukong, but I'm bringing him. He is my guy. He's not Solania's guy. So we should be good to go. I just got to see who that last guy is. Okay. So I want to get rid of Marius. I think he's the one that worries me the most. Because he has the increased accuracy. Nobody else does. This is a tough team, though. So I'll take the speed aura. I'm not trying to go as fast as possible, but I would still like to go at least a little bit faster than him. So I'll switch forms. I'm going to try to lift this stone skin off. Not sure which of these moves I want to go for either, but let's start with this one. Doesn't have any cleansers, so this block buffs is going to be pretty useful, because now he can't put block damage on everybody. He can still get it on himself, but he can't put it on everybody. So it's the king's turn. What are you going to do? Nice. I can't believe she survived that. So let's see. I can put some buffs up on everybody. Although that may not actually be the move that I was hoping it would be. But anyway, change forms. I'm going to go for, could go for Kaboom and hit everybody. Or I could go for this. You know what? I'm going to go for Kaboom. Kaboom! Wow. I had not realized that hit straight through block damage. That's extremely useful. I like that. Well, that went pretty well. And that was actually Jizmark winning for a change. I'm starting to like this guy. We'll see if that was a fluke or if I'm actually getting used to how to put him into a proper team. So I'll start with Mika. I'll then go for Armands if he's still available, but he's not. Oh, and I can't use Jizmark. Curse you, Zero. All right, I guess I'm going to go for I might try going for Padraig this time. I don't know. He's got a lot of polymorph here. Decisions, right? Okay, I'm going to go for Perdrag. I'm going to go for... I keep second guessing myself. I mean, these are good champions to use, right? They're who I'm going with. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go for my speed lead. Oh, when I was going over my champions, I didn't show off my Eastrid. She has 401 speed. That's how fast she is. I can't show you right now, but you'll just have to believe me. Would I lie to you? I'm gonna go for more Two Macabre. I'm gonna go for Phoenix. I think he absolutely is going to have a fast team. There's polymorph on like everything. Maybe I'll just get rid of Armands. Although I might get rid of Gismark because he is a scary mofo. And I'm trying to remember if Crixia has increased accuracy. I feel like she probably does. So maybe the smart move is to get rid of Armands. I'll take the speed aura from Sun Wukong. I would probably still go second, but at least we don't have to worry about Armands anymore. Gismark's probably still going to burn through my my Stone Skin though. So that's another thing to worry about. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this requires no accuracy. It might still hold long enough for me to manage to get somewhere. And actually, I don't mind this so much because I get to watch somebody who's probably more used to him use his setup. So he went for the buff and then the kaboom, which made sense. Darn, and with that taunt, that's really rough. So how about we cleanse? So at least I have a chance that my Stone Skin can hold long enough for me to get to my peril, which is still... I mean, I'm going to have to use it at the right time because you can't peril through unkillable. Well, I don't have peril anyway, so the point's kind of moot. I think I'm actually just going to give it to him. I don't really see myself managing to win this fight. So there's the kaboom. So if I get peril right now, and I mean right now, then maybe. But no. So, good game. So we're up against Slicks. Alright, Slicks. Let's get in our licks. I suppose we can feel ambivalent about Gismark getting picked when we want to pick him, because at least that shows that he's a good champion. So we got our Mons. I'm going to counter with my Mythicals. Both of them. I want to make sure I get to use Gismark as much as possible. So behind these two, well, he clearly wants to go first. He's got increased accuracy here. That is worrying. So I can try to outspeed him this way. I still want to have... Actually, I really don't necessarily need Fenax. I need to just be fast. Maybe I need Sun Wukong. Maybe that's what I need. So I'll go for Sun Wukong. I will go for Eastrid. And I will bring up Mortu Macab in the rear. I think I probably have to eliminate Lady Kimmy. That's her name. It's two ladies, I guess. We're probably going to eliminate one another's ladies because the ladies, the Shadowkin ladies, they have the increased accuracy, which basically ruins my day. So I'll take Mortu Macab. I will eliminate Lady Kimmy. Hopefully I've made the right choice. And I think he also made the right choice. I will take the Speed Aura. There's also a good chance some of my guys are going to get frozen right out of the gate, so that's fun. So I do my increase speed. At least Easter didn't get frozen. She got sheeped, but she had enough time to get one decreased speed out. Okay, Mortu Macab, it's all down to you again. And Sun Wukong might still get a chance to do something. Well, I kind of want to go after... Armands, but I think I have to take out Baron first. So that is why I took out Baron first. I'm banking on having enough resistance to resist these two. These three, actually. All three of them need accuracy to hit my Mortu Macab. And I think I want to leave Tormund on the field the longest, because he can't help but hit Mortu Macab every single turn. I mean, unless he uses his A2. Oh no, we don't have the resist. We were not resistant enough. I mean, we resisted that time. And yeah, Sun Wukong's not going to be coming back either, because of course there's that block passive. How easily I forget. Ramen 2 has the block passive. Put the block passive on Sun Wukong. That finishes him off. Which reminds me, you've also got Rhonda, who can do the same thing. Ramen 2 is a very powerful champion. And insta-win. So I get some treasures. What am I getting? A Mythical Impulse Helmet with speed on it. That is worth keeping. That is not. That is not. So, still got an hour and 20. I might even just play out the full session. I mean, I got the extra tokens. There's no real reason not to. All right, Mac off. Let's have a smack off. Actually, that sounds dirty. Never mind. It didn't sound dirty in my head, but then I said it and I heard it. Lady Mikage plus Gismark. That's how I'm going to open. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should open with him. I'll open with him. Sun Wukong first. Hopefully he doesn't take Gismark. He's trying to go first, I think. So maybe I'll take a speed lead. Yeah, I'm not sure. Here, let's take him. And him. And I'll save my last choice for after I see what the whole team is. If I decide I need more speed, it'll be Eastrid. I'm gonna ban Mezimel. That's what I'm gonna do. So who do I want then? I mean, I could just bring one more nuker. That's probably the way to go. I'm rapidly running out of time. So that's how I'll do it. Get rid of Mezimel. I don't see any increased accuracy. I know Thor can kind of passively erode your resistance as he hits you, but I think it takes a while for that to really make much of a difference. So I'll take the Speed Aura. And I do not get to go first. Maybe I really should start bringing Eastrid into more of the fights. Because I think I do want to go first whenever possible. Gismark has a tendency to not really make it otherwise. Ooh, killed by a counterattack. That's embarrassing. And it's still not my turn. And there goes Gismark. Okay, let's get rid of Thor. Now he doesn't have a nuker. Good game, Makoff. I guess I have to take this now. Feels like I just got one, but I guess I got it from the daily. This is the otherly. I can go over them later. Yeah, that's right. I'll go over them later. It's dipping into my arena time. I don't want to sort through gear. I don't want to sort through gear that I'm not even going to build. If it ends up in the inbox, so be it. So, Mr. Archer. I'm going to start with my mythicals, or do I want to start with... I think, you know, in the spirit of keeping it classic, right? I'm going to go with Sun Wukong. These are the classic opening three, and they're classic for a reason. Basically, anytime I see Armands and Lady Mikage together, it is a bad day. It is a dark day because they're practically unstoppable when paired. They're just stripping all your buffs away. so maybe I wasn't paying attention. But I felt like Armand's got picked very quickly, and then these two got picked very slowly. These two go together, though, it seems. I'm not really sure why people so frequently pick Duchess and Harima together. Probably because of the passive damage resistance. Come to think of it, that's pretty much the obvious reason, isn't it? So never mind. I answered my own question. I probably want Gismark, right? Maybe I should just put some just put some bruise in him to get him to appear higher on the list. Do I want this guy? I want him. I probably also want Fenax. I mean, I think I also want Eastrid. I'm going to have to figure out who I can really do without. And the answer to that might actually be Sun Wukong. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, let's take Fenax then. And I will eliminate... I'm going to eliminate Harima. Although it seems kind of smart to eliminate Duchess at this point. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eliminate Duchess. That lowers the power of his volcanoes. It lowers the overall damage resistance. Is that going to be enough? Let's find out. It's a very interesting lineup, though. It didn't go for all demons. Went for a situation where he could either have 2 demon allies or 1 demon ally, but I think with 1 demon ally, he's way less powerful than with 2 demon allies. And that's part of why I eliminated Duchess. I am still worried about how on earth I'm going to deal with Harima, but you know what? That's probably not even a concern because it looks like this fight is not going to last very long. I'm going to try this first. Cool, I get to keep the stone skin. That's handy. No, I don't. It's already broken. And he gets sheeped. I'm going to have to eliminate somebody. Let's just get rid of Harima. Oh no. I did have a feeling that would happen, but I really wanted to get rid of Harima before I was left with just more too, but he didn't live, you know. So this time, I'm going to take Eastrid because I want to go first. I think that's going to be a big key of winning because I don't think I can really depend on being able to resist stuff. I don't think it's a great idea. I'm not saying I won't still bring more to Macabre in the back somewhere. I'm just saying I probably need to make sure I have my bases covered. So let's go with who's going to be eliminated though? Because I do feel like anytime I see Armands, I feel like I need a fair bit of polymorph in the front line. And he is a nuker after all, so I don't need as many nukers if I've got Sun Wukong. And we've got a 6-star polymorph Harima. So that's who I'm eliminating, 100%. And Then he's got increased accuracy plus Armands, so we need to go first. That's a need. It's not just a want, but a need. Okay, so I am going to bring him. I am going to bring her. And I'll bring Jizmark last and eliminate Harima. So Harima's got to go. And it's going to come down to, am I fast enough without her? But the thing is, bringing Eastrid means they can't eliminate both her and Mika. And Mika might actually be fast enough. She is 375 speed after all. That is almost as fast. Almost as fast as the 401 on Eastrid. Suspense is killing me. Who's going first? I want to know. It's not me. So I could try to go for an ally attack, but really with Duchess on the field, I don't really think there's much point in trying to take out anyone before her. Didn't even remove her stone skin. Really want to kill this guy. Okay, you made your point. There's no way I'm getting through that. So good game. Sun Wukong was just not terribly useful in that fight. That's what I'm noticing. I keep saying I need to find somebody that I can safely remove from the comp. So this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, I'll bring Lady Mikage. I will bring Jizmark first. Just as soon as I see somebody open with a mythical, I'm like, okay, this guy's stacked AF. Yeah, I can already tell this is not going to go well for me. He's going to have increased accuracy from Galathier. So I'll bring Eastrid. I'll bring... You know, I probably want to bring Armands. So I'll bring Armands and Eastrid. My final team member will probably be Mortu Macabre. And now I have to think very hard. Do I eliminate the increased accuracy champ or do I eliminate the bomber? It's really hard to say. I'm going to eliminate Galathier. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go for the speed. I guess it doesn't matter which speed lead I start with. Which speed or I start with. They're both 28%. So again, we got the suspense. Who's going to go first? If it's him, I'm probably going to die like immediately. I've got 401 speed, but then again, he looks like he's made of mythicals. Come on, game. Alright, so I boost. As well go for that. What do I want to do? Maybe I'll sheep him. So Gismark will do his thingamabob. Then I will go for this. And my guys are locked out already. Out come the bombs. I'm not going to be able to kill him no matter what. So I'm going to try... What am I going to try? Here. I'll take out those two. We could try to sleep him. Oof. Youch. Well, I gotta go for this one. Youch. Well, good game, Johnny Black. Gave it my best shot. All right. I'm going to start with Lady Mikage. I'm going to start with Eastrid. Because I know I want to go first, right? And I definitely want to make sure I get, at this point, I know I want more to Macabre, so I'll bring him. Actually, I could keep that hidden for the last. We'll bring Gismark. We'll bring Fenax. He's always a good time. And I will get ready to take more to Macabre. So he's got Arbaeus, who's got the increased accuracy. And he's got a bomber, and he's got Armands. So really the linchpin, I think, is Arbaeus. And I'll take the speed, giving me a chance to go first and bypass any worry about enough accuracy on his part. But I'm getting cut in on. I guess that's the issue with not having enough fast champions. Ooh, goodbye Armands. do have enough resistance on more 2. This is a good sign. Jizmark, you're here just in time. So let's metamorph. And should I go for the kaboom? I guess I should go for it. Kaboom! Nice. Well, I gotta say, if he gets a turn, he's good. You just gotta make sure you get a turn. So I got time. Let's do 5 more. I've already lost count. How many have I done now? Is this fight number 16? I think it is. Oh my god, it's Kirby! I love the banner, man. Well, start with Mika. She never disappoints. She's the real deal. Noam on my Chomsky. I can't tell if that name is extremely clever or extremely stupid. It's my main man, Noam Chomsky. Alright, he's going to try to be accurate. He's maybe going to try to go first. I should be trying to go first also then. I'm really liking Jizmark. I'm going to bring him, I'm going to try to make him part of the main team. So that means I'm probably bringing these 3 together. But in order to really bridge the speed gap, I might need one more speed champion in here somewhere. And really that's Padraig. So I could try bringing Padraig. Of course, if I thought ahead, I'd probably want Padraig here. But the other idea is maybe if he cuts in on my speedsters, I'm content to let him. And I just bring these 2. Could also bring Fenax. Fenax also doesn't disappoint. I mean, how many times have we seen Fenax counterattack somebody and just kill them? A lot. I mean, more than 0. I actually put him in a retaliation set, so he doesn't actually ignore defense at all. He just has an absurdly high attack stat. So I think I have to get rid of Galathier. He's got the 6-star polymorph. He's got the increased accuracy. I don't want to deal with any of that. He's definitely going first. I'll try to be as fast as possible. No, I'm on my Chomsky. Cool. So Jizmark Stone Skin is holding for now. Oh, but he's gonna get blowed up. He's just gonna blow up. That is too bad. I guess that's what happens when you're up against a bomber, though. Alright, no such luck. Let's get rid of him first. See, now you're gonna know him on my Chomsky. How's it feel? As long as my resist holds, he's gonna try to get a bomb on him. And I'm expecting the attack power to be high, and oh man, I got sheeped. Getting sheeped is the worst. It is the worst. You come back at 50% health and like a no turn meter. And I think that was just a fluke because he doesn't really seem to be hitting me with anything else. Oh, he got a bomb on me too. I guess that's it. I guess I am I am the loser. Good game, Noam Chomsky. I suppose another thing that I could do is to stop using Mortu Macabre as a crutch, and that would free up a slot so that I can try to make sure I go first. Oh, he's got my speed lead anyway, so never mind at all. I am gonna go for Sun Wukong, and maybe I'll just take Mortu now. And I do want. Wow, he's taking all my champions. I'll take Fenax then. Darn it! I really would have wanted Perdrag as the last guy. Now I'm not even sure who I want. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna take Gismark. Why not? He's a good champion. I can't believe I almost forgot about him. And he's bringing a bomber. Any increased accuracy? No. This guy's a scary nuker. I kind of want to get rid of him. Without him, it's just the bombs coming from this guy, whatever his name is. Lord Shazar. Yeah, I think that's how it's got to be. I think I got to get rid of Thor. And then hope for the best. And I think this is going to be another game where it comes down to the luck of the draw with the Stone Skin. But, I mean, he's got a bomber, so it's really just going to come down to Mortu Macabre. And he's not even my most resistant champion. Because I have that 877 resist on Volcanoes, and I only have, I think, about 730 on Mortu Macabre. I wish it were more. But wishing or hoping in this game, it just won't do. Oof. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, obviously the 730 resist is not enough for the likes of your standard Armands. Because he's probably built with something like 750 accuracy, maybe 800 accuracy. You're just not going to resist that with numbers like that. Here, I'm going to give it to you. Good game, Martin. Let's go again. Up against The Last of Us. All right, Last of Us. I'm opening with Lady Mikage. Maybe I'll bring Perdrag and Eastrid. I'm just going to go for all-out speed this time. And I'll bring Fenax, and I will bring Gismark. And let's eliminate. Could eliminate her. I'm expecting her to be the speed lead. Or the fastest champion, right? We could also eliminate Rhodos, though. You know what? On a whim, yeah, I'm going to eliminate Rhodos. And I'm going to take the speed aura. So I get to go first. I'm not seeing too much stone skin, which is good. So I could go for the ally attack, but it's not going to work on the king. Would work on her, though. And I kind of like the idea of just getting rid of her. And then I'm getting cut in on. But at least Jizmak has his stone skin. So let's put up some buffs. I'll change form. And yeah, I mean, if I do this, he has to target Jizmak for the next 2 turns anyway. Oh, that's right. Of course, he can still use an AoE and target everybody. Do I have enough damage to do this now? Certainly going to try. Oh, I just missed it. Just missed it. So let's hurry up. I want to see if I can take out the queen before she can get her friend back. Can at least hold her at bay. Oh, double weak hits. Unbelievable, guys. We'll just put her to sleep. I think we've pretty much got this one, though. I mean, we're in control. Oh, but of course she can just very quickly recover from that. So she's going to revive the king, right? I think he may have stepped away from the keyboard. And that may be his downfall, because I mean that wasn't really the right champion to revive, was it? So, good game, Last of Us. And I suppose I can get away with not having Mortu Macabre if I make sure I go first. So we start with Mika. I'll bring Mortu Macabre and... Nope. Who do I want to bring? I can't get this straight. I can't decide who my favorite 5 is. You all watching? Who do you think the best 5 for this kind of paradigm is? I'm going to go for Padraig. I think that's who I'm going to go for. And I'm going to go for Eastrid, so I can go first. And then I just need Fenax and Gismark. Fenax, Gismark. And I also have to decide who I'm eliminating. This guy's always bad news. She's also bad news because she can kind of cut in as we buff. But this guy's extremely bad news. So that's who I'm going to eliminate. So we've got the speed aura. If I go first, I think I have a decent shot. If I don't go first, then I don't think I do. So I guess I want to stun as many as possible. It means I still probably have to deal with Armands doing the same kind of thing to us. Oh, and how easily I forget. Crixia actually can't be stunned, so I'm going to ally attack her. And amazingly, it's still my turn. I'm going to go for the kaboom then. Just to get rid of any other threats. Does that give me a free turn? Oh, if I kill somebody, I get a free turn even from that? That's kind of broken, eh? And we can lift that stack off. Of course, it is entirely possible for Armands to completely control the party now. Possible. I don't think it's going to work out that way, though. So, good game, whatever your name was. I'll just go with Jay. Good game, Jay. So we got Fatotsky. So I'm going to start with Mika. Nick, I've decided that's my classic opening. I'm always happy with Lady Mika. And I think Padraig and Eastrid give me the speed that I need to go first. I think. Again, like, unless I don't, right? Sometimes I just don't. Now I'm suddenly not sure if Fenax is really going to work out. I mean, if he keeps the lion... Anyway, regardless, I want Chismark. So who else do I want? I think I might even go for Rhodos. Just because I need a counter to the lion. Rhodos is a good counter. Haven't used Rhodos yet this session. He's a good champion. There's also an implication that maybe he was planning on using Rhodos. He is going for... He's going for Ultimate Death Knight, which has me thinking his plan is to eliminate Gismark, leave me with this, so I have to eliminate Ultimate Death Knight. He knows that. Right? So I'm eliminating Ultimate Death Knight. I guess I'll open with the speed aura, and let's see if I can take control of the fight. Been a while since I've used Rhodos. I don't even really use him in Classic Arena anymore, but I think he's probably still got all his gear. I try to make a point of always leaving everybody in their proper gear. So everybody has something. So I think what I can do is I think I can switch and stun at least these two. Then, and this is going to get really tricky, because basically this guy's going to do some nasty killy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill him immediately. He counters, youch, and I'm losing almost everybody. Oh, this is no bueno. Well, I guess I'll kill her. You know what I should have done? I should have gone for the A1, because there's always a chance he gets an extra turn. So here he gets an extra turn. Boom. Can't believe that worked. So, good game for Tatsuki. I have more tokens. I got 40 minutes left. Let's go. Let's go Trugdish. So I'll open with Mika. And he's got Sun Wukong. So that means I probably want to make sure I get Phenax and Mortu. So you know what? I am going to go for... I'll go for these two. That's how I'm going to open. That way I've got a lot of polymorph right at the start of the front line. I've still got room for Phenax. And I got room for Gismark. And I want to bring him. Although now I kind of also want to bring Rhodos. But I think I'm doing well enough with this lineup. So I have to watch out for increase accuracy from her. Or debuffs from him. I think Arbeus is the one to eliminate. So he's eliminating my fastest champion. I will take my second fastest aura. I am trying to remember offhand what Padraig's speed is, but I think it's above 350. So he's still one of my fastest champions. This might give me an opportunity to open with something, and evidently it didn't. But Padraig's turn is coming right up. No, it's not. He's a sheep. And I got the double weak hit there. That's a shame. Ooh. Countered and killed. So let's put up some buffs. I'm going to switch. Hopefully this is enough to knock someone out, because I'm going to go for the Kaboom. Is it? Well, it should be. No, not even by half. Oh, yes, by half. I don't know what happened there. Does it get 2 hits? I'm not sure how that happened. Anyway, I'm going to put up the Pain Link. I'm feeling okay with this position. Let's rain swords, getting rid of him. Gotta use the peril on her. That just leaves Armand's. Well, he's removed my buffs. Greatest hits. Resisted. I'm going to put this on full auto because at this point I don't really think any of my decisions are going to be better than what the computer does. Oh man. What happened there? That's the second time I saw him do like a crazy amount of damage to Armand's. He just sort of died. Like was that his move? Was he countered? What happened there? Ooh, I made it to gold 4. Wow, I made it to gold 4. I got the final reward. This really is the final sesh, I guess. So that's fun. Now I get to see what new fresh hell awaits me in gold 4. I have a vague recollection of making it up one rung. I feel like this memory is like from a year ago. And encountering teams that are just way harder. And this Joker, for instance, looks way harder. I don't really see a lot of 5,000 plus players. So, let's start with Lady Mikage. And I think speed's going to be a factor here. So, I'm going to take my fastest champions. And then I have to decide who my nukers are going to be. And I do want one of them to be Gismark. So let's go ahead and get ready to pick him. And my final guy shall be Mortu Macabre. Could also make it Fenax for the ally attack, but you know what? Because of the block damage I'm expecting to see from this guy, I think I'm happy with these two. So he's bringing Armands. I feel like the linchpin is him, because he's got increased accuracy. Of course, if we get rid of Armands, we don't have to worry about accuracy, but he can also nuke. So I'm going to get rid of Marius. I will take the speed. And I guess if I get a chance to go first, I bum rush Armands. Anyway, I don't get to go first, so it's kind of a moot point. My tea is extremely cold now. Okay. My ally attack, I guess, can be directed towards her. Or do I just want to speed everybody up a bit? I'll go for the ally attack. Ugh. Okay. Okay, Joker. You made your point. That is the really rough thing about Sify. She can basically put you to sleep right before you're about to take your move. It requires no accuracy. It cannot miss. That is a pair-up that I'm not going to miss. Speak of the devil when she appears, eh? 6-star polymorph Sify. Okay, well, I'm going to take my 6-star polymorph Mika and Padraig. So what you gonna go with? Is he gonna go Ultimate Death Knight Rhodos? That's what I'm often expecting when I see a Siphi here, but she goes with everything. So I'll go with her and him. Saving my last choice for when I see what's what. I could go for Rhodos if I see there's no Ultimate Death Knight. I could go for Mortu Macabre if I see there's no Harima, or if I choose to ban Harima, which is probably what I'd do anyway. I could go for Thor. Haven't brought Thor yet today. It occurs to me I haven't brought Freya either, and I have a comp that kind of works with Freya and the King and Queen. I think I should bring King Queen Freya, but before the day is done. Not this sesh, obviously, but maybe next one. So he's going to bring the King. I'm going to bring Mortu Macabre. I'm going to eliminate the King. So your move, does it die? You're eliminating Mika. Cool. I didn't want her anyway. And I don't get to go first. He's amazingly fast. That's Siphi for you. Everybody with their like 400 plus speed Siphis. So what's the damage? All right, well, it looks like Jizmark actually can do something. So he can't do his buffs, but he can metamorph. And I don't expect I'll be able to knock anything out, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the unkillable now and promptly get sheeped. Probably should have put the pain link on Marius, come to think of it. Maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's eliminate Marius first. Now he doesn't have any DPS. I'll probably have to eliminate Siphi second, because again, she can do that whole sleep thing. Oh my god. Now what he wants to do is he wants to just avoid hitting more 2 until the stone skin expires, which is now. And I'm wondering if I should just resign, even though he doesn't have a DPS unit, so it could take him a while to chew through me, but he will manage to do it. As long as he manages to keep my guys asleep on their turn. So I could try, but you know what? I'm not gonna. I know it's possible for him to patiently beat me, and I know it's also possible for me to sort of randomly win from here. but I don't feel like watching that in slow motion. We've only got 24 minutes left. I got 2 more tokens to get through. I think these will be the last 2 fights, I guess. I think I might have more tokens left, but I don't know how many fights I can get through in 20 minutes. I could try to get through them really quickly, I suppose. Mr. Crazy Hamster. What's so crazy about your hamster? I'll bring these 2. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to bring the King Queen and Freya. I could even still bring them here. I don't know. I'd want at least one more nuker in a comp like that, so maybe in the next fight. So for this one, I can't go for my speed lead anyway anymore, so I'm going to go for Sun Wukong. Maybe I want Jizmek, because I'm not seeing any revivers. Okay, I'm going to go for Jizmark. I'm probably going to bring more to Macabre as my final member. And I think if we eliminate her, I don't have to worry about him shutting down my Sun Wukong. So I'll take the Speed Aura. He's probably going to go first. He does have Eastrid after all. I guess I'll cleanse Sun Wukong. Really is a pity that I didn't find the time to build Lady Noelle, because she can actually cleanse sheep. Is she the only champion that can do that so far? Like, I feel like a cleanse really should be able to cleanse sheep. It kind of annihilates the value of a cleanser if you have somebody like Armands who can just come in and turn somebody into a sheep, and that's just it. That's the end of them. Like, I mean, you can see Armands is already broken enough. Let's get rid of her, if possible. Nice. Then my next target would be him, probably. Or maybe her. Maybe it should be her. And come to think of it, I've also got Sun Wukong. I probably want to do this manually, just in case. That is annoying, though. I'm probably going to get rid of him first. Now that I've really considered it, because if I get rid of Armands, nobody's controlling Sun Wukong anymore. And he does not have enough accuracy to hit him, so... Oh, weak hit, weak hit. That's the downside. That's rough. I absolutely could have just taken out him first. But I think we are running out of time, Mr. Crazy Hamster. I'm going to give it to you. Good game. So, we got 20 minutes. So let's plan out the last 20 minutes. Go to the market and do this thing, because I do it by rote. Um, do I have another set of tokens? Oh, I actually don't. So maybe this will be the last fight. I guess it'll be the last fight. Also got a Demon Lord key to use. I've actually emptied my clan except for my my alternate accounts. So, you know, like who needs a clan when you have accounts of this power? Uh, and now that I think of it, let's just run my nightmare key. Wow, that's kind of a good piece, but it's still only a 5. I'm going to eliminate it. And I'm going to run my team. So I did say I wanted to run the king and the queen and Freya in the final. These are so distracting, eh? I'm not going to miss that either. So we go to arena. We got 18 minutes. You know what? I will spend the 10 gems to get 5 more tokens. I think that's a good deal. Do I want to still open with Lady Mikage? Actually, you know what? I want to open with Armands. So I'll take Armands, and I will go for King Queen if I'm permitted to do so. So we get the king, we get the queen. I want Freya. I rebuilt her recently, and now I'm trying to remember. Did I build her for straight up damage? Did I put her in a stun set? I don't remember. It's going to be fun to find out. I think she might be in a stun set. And, I mean, Mortu's always a good final member. This actually seems like a really good team right here. In fact, I'm gonna put him first, just because of the polymorph. At least that's my understanding of the polymorph, that it goes through them in order, checking each polymorph before targeting the next champion. That's how it seems to work. And he's got block damage here, block damage here. He's got Taras. And if he keeps Taras and I lose the king, it's going to be very hard to kill Taras. So I think I'm going to eliminate Taras. That seems like the move. Oh, and he's getting rid of Armands. So great. I don't think I even have that many debuffs to worry about. This is part of why I wanted to bring Queen, King plus Freya. Because the Queen protects the King from any debuffs. Freya protects the King from dying from the first nuke. I'm not sure whose Aura to go with. The King is fine. I think I'm resigned to going second anyway. It is going to be very hard to do anything with the King as long as block damage is up, which it's going to be up a lot. So a lot of the damage is probably going to come from Mortu Macabre. If Freya gets off some lucky stuns or provokes, that would be cool. I think she's in a stun set and she's got provoke on her A1. Of course, if she gets crowd controlled like this, that's no good. That's no bueno. Das ist nein gut. Well, down to Mortu Macabre by himself. So that was actually a very clever kill. I mean, what he did was he took out Freya first, and because Freya's then dead, you don't have to worry about her passive protecting the king. That was very sneaky. So I'm going to get rid of Sun Wukong. He's the most dangerous one on the team. And then I guess I'll leave it on auto, and I'll just target Odin next. I have, I'll say maybe 33% confidence that I can still win this just using Peril. But it's really going to come down to, can I take out Odin before he takes me out? The stone skin has to hold. The block damage, I don't care. It's not going to matter. I'm going to be hitting through it anyway. There goes my stone skin. I'm going to need that peril now. And I mean right now. Oh, I didn't get it. Good game. Good game, Bill Rayos. I mean, I suppose maybe there was a chance. So yeah, we'll spend the gems. We'll do another 5 fights. You guys don't mind. And if you do, why are you still here? I'll tell you why you're still here. It's because you love me. And I appreciate that. I love you too. All right, Scooflard. Let's do this. So I'll start with, maybe I'll start with Armands again. So people love to eliminate Armands. So he's a good one to open with if you just want to know exactly who they're going to eliminate. Ah, you're taking the king and the queen. Okay. Fair enough. Then I'll take her and Sun Wukong. And then I guess I'll just go for Gismark and Mortu Macabre. Unless Scooflard scoops them up too. It also occurs to me at this point, I think I said I'd spend more time talking about all the various things in this game that are driving me away from the game, but there's really so many, and I just don't want to spend my last session doing that. So you can feel free to ask me in the comments. I've already answered various different kinds of things about this game that don't work for me personally, but I also think more broadly speaking that gacha games in general are a terrible idea for players everywhere, and that none of us should be playing them at all. But they're very difficult to resist. I'll have to concede that. They're very difficult to resist. I'm going to eliminate the king, I think. I don't even remember what this guy does though. So I'm looking at him and I'm worried. This guy's a wild card, but then again, maybe that just makes him more interesting. So let's eliminate Siegfried, because I know Siegfried is bad news as well, but I know exactly what Siegfried does. Pick leader. It doesn't want to let me pick a leader. This happens every now and again. I guess it's going to pick one for me. And I'm going to go ahead and guess it's going to pick Lady Mikage. Even though I want Sun Wukong, guys. I'm not going to miss how buggy this game is. I mean, it is buggy as hell. And every time they make an update to the game, it gets buggier still. And I've been using RSL Helper to help with farming stuff. It helped me farm out all the masteries for the last bunch of champions that I've used. I really couldn't have done it without it. And every time they make an update, it screws up RSL Helper. So I'm not gonna miss that either. So what do I want to do? I guess I want to try to lift the stone skin. So we're about to find out what this guy does. Well, down goes Mika. Yeah, it's all right. I didn't need her anyway. So we'll put up some buffs. I will transform. Maybe I want to go for... I mean, is this Kaboom going to hit hard enough? I have no idea. Let's find out. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely hits hard enough. Also, I might die. I don't know. I could do that. Could try to steal some buffs. And that failed. So she gets the king back up. And I don't have peril yet. I'm gonna need it. Gonna need it to kill the king. That was a very well placed provoke. I'll grant that. Okay. Is that enough? That is enough. Excellent. Wreathed in flame. So you put flames up. What else do you do? Well, evidently, he's not built for damage. So good game, Scouflard. We got we got just under 8 minutes. 4 fights left, so I'm going to try to do each fight in 2 minutes. And then that's going to be it. And come to think of it, I mean, they're probably not going to manage that. So you start with Armands. I'm going to bring... Did I want to do the king-queen thing again? I mean, I could certainly try. So bring out Lady Mikage. I'll bring out Freya in preparation for the king-queen. And I guess Mortu Macabre will be my final member. So king, queen. But I think this is going to be the last time I try to run this comp. It's always difficult to run. Now, I love seeing this. There's a lot of AoEs here. Let's get rid of the lizard. I'm expecting him to be one of the 2 nukers. So, speed? Maybe I'll try the speed this time. HP wouldn't have been a bad idea either, since both my nukers are HP based. Can't cheap him. Can't sheep him. She can't sleep him. Alright, so let's strengthen. It is going to be my turn one of these days, I swear. He comes in, he drops the turn meter again. That's rough. Still can't kill my king. My king gets to come in and kill you instead. We'll hit everybody. She brings him up. I say no to that. Ixnay on the Orthe. You still can't do that. I really want to eliminate her as quickly as possible. Even though I'm not that worried, because again, it's not like he can sleep my king. He can, however, knock him down. That's embarrassing. He's supposed to be a tanky nuker, got knocked right down. But she can recover very quickly from the debuffs. And good game, Murdoch. 4 minutes left, 3 more fights. I guess if I can get through the next 2 fights, 2 minutes each, I will have enough time to get to that final fight and take my time with it. So we got Hergar. Hergar is taking Armands. I'm going to counter with... I guess I'll counter with these two. I'll keep it classic. I do still want to bring in Jizmak one more time. But let's bring in her. Let's bring in... Yeah, we'll bring in Jizmak. And we'll bring in more too. And I guess I'll eliminate the Lizard or Thor. Or the Speed Lead, honestly. I just want to make sure we go first, but let's get rid of Rhonda. So I'll take the Speed Lead. I'm probably going to get cut in on. Gotta wait for him to pick his leader. May not have time for 3 fights. This may be 2. This may be the penultimate fight. No, this is where he cuts in and ruins my day. Oof. So I'm expecting him to just nuke out the rest of the party. Nope, he's just eliminating him. And no peril. So you know what? You can have it, Hergar. Live Arena is active for 38 seconds. Wow. This is it. I mean, we need a fight here, or it's all over. If we can even find an opponent in this time. Otherwise, I guess that's it. Oh, and it's Mad Max. Mad Max is actually a fitting end. This is kind of the Wild West after all. Okay, so Mad Max, let's keep it classic. I'm going to go for Lady Mikage. Totally expecting you to go for Armands. Let's see how predictable this final fight is. Armands, Sun Wukong. That's the classic. That's classic Yasi right there. So I'm going to go for let's say these two. Going to try to go for an outspeed paradigm here. So I can take anybody I want. I think if I'm doing a classic fight, I want Phenax for sure. And probably more to Macabre, right? So I think these are the final 5. That's what I'm going with. So, Mad Max, best of luck to you. You're my final opponent. Who do I want to eliminate? She has increased accuracy. That's always bad news for me. This guy can do all kinds of stuff, though. Actually, I don't remember if she does have increased accuracy. Maybe she doesn't. So I can kind of... I'll eliminate the devil. Better the devil you know, right? So let's take the speed aura. I think I can outright kill that Sun Wukong if I get to go first. So we do the speed boost. We do a speed drop on them. We go for the Sun Wukong. Oh, and we hit him too hard, so he's not dead for good. That's the risky bit. I really should have gone for Crixia, I guess. Well, that's a mistake that's going to be haunting me for the rest of this fight. I can't say it's going to be bothering me for all that long. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't kind of like to win my final fight. Oh man, no peril. Sleep. That'll help me a little bit. All right, more to Macabre. It's all down to you. Lost my stone skin too. Can't cheat me though. Night Purge, she resets all the moves. She puts everybody back behind a veil. I don't even have peril. I can't even be bothered. Good game, Mad Max. That is it. So, I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, I don't have a long rigmarole planned for the end, but then again, I might do one more video because I am looking at this winter path. And I'm thinking I could go after these souls if I summon champions. I do have a lot of shards that I could pull. We'll see. For now, I'm going to take a break. And before I take the long break, I just wanted to say that it has been fun having you all as my audience, all like 5 of you that actually comment regularly. It's been fun. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.